Hello everybody, my name is Tony2000.
And my name is Zeke. I'm from the Epicness of Donuts channel.
And today we're doing a podcast on video games and other things.
Alright, so where should we begin?
I don't know. Let's talk about mods, I guess.
Alright. Any cool mod? Like what specifically about mods?
Team Fortress 2 mods. Let's talk.
That's kind of random.
Yeah, let's talk about the type of the whole. All right, let's talk about the whole mod banning in servers. I probably can't be heard from here.
Yeah. Tell us what's happening.
Well, in the Quick Play, Valve decided not to have servers on their Team Fortress servers anymore. What? Said the same thing twice. So you can't have skins. You can have HUDs, but you can't have skins, or you can't have something that makes your gun look better, or anything, due to their new hacker protection software.
Well, Well, I guess I could kind of see where they're going for it. I mean, at some point you kind of have to draw the line, which is why I don't really see hackers or people that use like God mode that makes you invincible or infinite ammo. I don't really see that on the TF2 servers. So I guess what they're doing is.
No, they used to have a protection against that, and then there's no really point because people just created the hacks around the new software to find it. So there's no point in banning these mods anymore because the hacks are already through.
Well, it seems to be working for GTA because GTA PC, for the GTA 5 PC release, like any mods online doesn't work. Like it will get you banned. But all single player mods are fine, and I haven't heard any cases where it was like serious hackers.
Well, there's no single player in Team Fortress. You have to join a community server, which sometimes don't have any players because all the newer players, or anyone for that matter, would rather go to Quick Play because it's easier to work.
All right, but I guess we'll see where this takes Team Fortress 2. If it's a bad idea, I'm sure Valve will change it. But just like they did with the paid mods thing. And speaking of the paid mods, what do you think of paid mods? Personally, I think it's actually a good idea, just as long as it's not like $500 for a teacup and say Fallout, but like reasonably priced mods, because it takes a long time to make a mod. It's really hard.
I understand
it takes a lot of time and effort.
But there's like a golden potato that you have to pay like $10 for.
Well, then just don't get the mod.
And it's kind of stupid, alright? And there's some mods that you just don't want to download, but so there's some mods that you don't have the money for, but you really want to play around with. So now it's pretty much DLC. It's more DLC, and it makes me a little disappointed, but I understand why they would want it due to people who create mods.
The thing that separates
need money because they work hard for this stuff.
The thing that separates it from DLC is that it's not the developers making it, and it's not like they're not even putting it out there.
Well,
they're making mods. They're making
like
60%
of the money goes to.
They're making like the people making the mods. They're making a revenue, and maybe that could spark something in their career, and it motivates them and makes them go, you know what, I could do this for a living, and then you can get some really good results from that.
I've actually lost what I was gonna say. Well, 60% of the money goes to freaking the game developers and Valve anyway, so you get
I think that
25%, also 60% can't go to both of them. It's more like
30, and then 20, or not 40.
We get like
but
nothing.
isn't that still? That's still pretty good.
It's not that good. You get like barely anything out of the money.
I think
out of the mod you created, Valve gets more than you, and the game developer.
Well, if it's 30-30, if Steam gets $30 and at 30%, the developers get 30%.
No, the
and then the mod
developers
creator
like
gets
almost
40%.
half, man.
Well, the game developers should get some.
It's
like
more
a tiny bit of the profit,
it's
but
more
very,
like
very little.
50-30 and you get 20. That's the...
You know what? I'm actually kind of on the fence. Like, Steam should not get any. They should get very little.
They're the one that
but developers,
you to buy the mod.
I'm kind of on the fence for developers because at one point, like, it's their game. They worked really hard on it. It makes sense that they should get some of it, but at the same time, it's kind of free revenue from the person that made the mod. But the person that made the mod should get most of the money. Although this is kind of been fixed because there's no more paid mods. However, if we see this again in the future, I think that it's something that could be refined to help mod creators, and which in turn could create game developers.
All right. Speaking of DLC, let's move on to DLC. What is your opinion on the whole DLC subject and DLC in Team Fortress 2 with the new, what is it called? I can't even remember. It's like a Man-Treads update or something? I don't know. A gunmetal update, sorry. What is your opinion on each one of those? And like...
Well, I think that all DLC... I think this can go for all DLC. Depending on what it is, I don't mind DLC. I guess I kind of do, because my biggest problem with it is the fact that it's an online thing, and I don't quote me on this, but I think that for some of the consoles, if any, you have to be online for it, obviously, but like you have to pay the like say you have to pay Sony or you have to pay Microsoft to go online to be able to purchase this DLC. And if you're like a mostly single player kind of guy or girl, then it's kind of hard to justify getting a game. It's kind of hard justifying getting a game if you have to go through so many hoops just to play the second half of a $60 game, and then having to pay more DLC.
That's why I like PC and Wii U better. PC and Wii U better, because then it's free, and I understand how you can get mad about the online thing, and it's pretty disappointing, especially since DLC. So like, just for me to play an online match of zombies online with my friend, step one, I would have to buy Advanced Warfare. I would have to buy the online connection thing.
And then I
would have to buy zombies, and then I would have to buy all the maps.
We don't have to buy all the maps, but I see your
point.
point.
That's not even like the console. Like, you have to pay for all of that just to play a couple of matches of zombies with some of your friends, and that's.
I think it's kind of unfair to have to count the console when, like, I hear this a lot, like, oh, in order to play with my friend, I have to buy the console and buy the game. Like, yeah, no crap. That's what you're. That's the point.
Yeah, like, when you have to, I understand buying the game, but you have to buy the game. You have to buy online. You have to buy DLC. You have to buy zombies, and you have to buy all of this just so you can play. That's not it. I'll just take out the whole game and console thing. That's still, you have to buy DLC, and you have to buy the zombies, and then you have to buy a card. That's 3 things just to play with my friend, and those can rank up to like,
they can get expensive.
$60 a full price game.
Yeah, especially for Call of Duty. Other games do this too. I'm not just bagging on Call of Duty. That's just the first thing that comes to mind. But like every year, it's expected for the game to have DLC, and it's expected to have.
I don't think that's
it's expected to have
honestly.
4 different DLC packs, as well as all these other minor microtransactions. for a $60 game, and the DLC ends up being $60.
Honestly,
$50 if you get the season pass.
I don't think that's acceptable due to it's just
when it becomes expected, then it becomes kind of sad for the game and degrading,
I don't want to pay
even for the game company.
3 games that I can play online with my friends. That's enough money for a brand new Wii U console that you can play free with your friends. So that's way more replayability, or not replayability, but online play than buying 3 cards.
Or not 3 cards,
or
but
just
you know what
3,
I mean. But I know what you mean. I'm sorry. Speaking of mods, Fallout 4 has, from what I've heard, is supporting mods now.
Really?
The console version. So Fallout 4 you'll be able to get mods. How they'll do it, I'm not entirely sure. And even if it isn't executed in the best way possible, it still paves the way for consoles.
Yeah, it's still a step in the right direction. Yeah, because PC is considered the master race due to mods and it's just super easy to get everything.
Especially competitive games.
Yeah, because you can have more precision, and casual gaming isn't getting as much love. And I think that is what Bethesda is kind of doing. They're adding mods to give consoles a little more love, and maybe later they'll add more competitive games.
And not even casual gamers, like for people that can't afford the grand PCs but want to be able to try out mods. Like for Counter-Strike, games like Counter-Strike, or League of Legends, you need to be very precise. It's very if they were to port it to the console, it'd be very difficult to get into it because you don't have the precision.
In a sense, there's ports.
Yeah, but you don't have the precision. You don't have the precision
of
in
a second, actually.
You don't have the precision of a mouse and keyboard.
Continue when you were saying. We'll go back to what I was talking about.
But I like that. You can't fix the slowness of an analog stick. Even stuff like aim assist and sensitivity control. But
mouses are just way more precise.
It's true. You can't argue against that. But what about other things? Mods. Why can't mods be on the console? And so I think this is a really good thing for Fallout 4. And for games in general. Anyway, you were saying?
Oh, what was I saying? Can you remember? I was talking about... I'm trying to remember this. Oh, yes. Kind of, I guess you would say bootleg ports, but sometimes these ports are made by a company that's popular. Pretty much what this is.
So they're just regular ports. I rarely ever see for Mortal Kombat X, which if you didn't hear the news, sadly got canceled for the last gen.
Mortal Kombat X on what? Oh.
For the last gen.
It was
canceled. Not too long ago. The other day, I think. But the game was canceled because the port wasn't they were having. From what I heard, they were having troubles with the port, and it just wouldn't work.
Well, they already did have a previous one on the previous console, so I don't think they really need it.
Yeah, but it after constant delay, there was a team that NetherRealm made the game. Warner Brothers published it, but they assigned a different.
Hold on. Let me continue with what I was saying about these whole bootleg ports. For instance, on the Wii U, there's a fake Minecraft that it's not as fun and it's kind of bland, I guess. And this happens all the time on mobile apps. There's a bunch of different games that pretend they're Minecraft, but they're not. And they have they try and sneak in different features, but the game is just not the same at all, but they say it is. This happens a lot with different games, not just Minecraft, but Minecraft is the most popular because Minecraft has sold so much that it makes sense to port it. But what is it?
Mojang or Microsoft?
Yeah, Mojang okay. has ported it to Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, Xbox One, PC, and iPhone and Android.
The iOS device.
But they have not ported it to the Wii U. So it makes sense for people to kind of make their own. But it does not make sense to have more Minecrafts that are not the real one on the iPhone, even though there is a real one on there.
Yeah, I could see fan-made ports of games.
Well, they're not fan-made. They're made by different companies that are pretending they're the ones that thought of the idea, and it's their idea originally.
That's messed up.
For some games
for fan-made ports. Like I don't see that a whole lot actually. I like not fan-made games where it's just, oh hey, here's a Flappy Bird clone, or hey, here's a Five Nights at Freddy's clone. But like actual ports.
Yeah, no.
Like ports, like you probably won't see this on the consoles, very much if ever. But I can expect to see it on PC, or Mac, or whatever kind of computer.
So, we are getting a little close to the end of the time. We got like 5 minutes left. So, we're going to wrap it up soon. But we're just going to continue on the subject. Continue with what you were saying.
I think whether or not this will be an issue later, I'm not sure. But, like ports of games, I guess this isn't really the same as exclusives, but, like, especially from the current gen to last gen, I'm not seeing the support that there should be. Like at Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, that's a huge game, but they're not getting their support.
Well, people
the last gen users aren't getting the support.
There's a lot of people that haven't even upgraded to next gen that are still just using the Xbox 360. I have a lot of friends like that.
The people that don't have the money for
I understand that.
Consoles.
Yeah. I don't understand when people do new games for old consoles like Call of Duty Ghosts, and the other way around. Like Call of Duty Ghosts on the Xbox 360, how they made it for the PS4 and Xbox One.
They were still kind of making the shift, so that's understandable. But
still, there's a bunch of games that did that. Like, I don't think Mortal Kombat X should have had a previous console game because they already had Mortal Kombat 9 on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, but it's not quite the same. They kind of did. They did. That's not fair saying. It's not fair saying because that's like saying MKX. That's the only game we're gonna get for current gen. We have to wait till the next gen, and that's kind of ludicrous.
That's the same what I mean by with Advanced Warfare. I don't think they should have made an Xbox 360 and PS3 edition because I've heard the graphics are awful to look at.
But that's not even
your head.
That's not even the biggest problem. And I've seen the graphics; they're not bad at all. It's just people getting butthurt about something as simple as
people want the graphics to be the same as next-gen consoles, but it's not a next-gen console.
That's not possible.
Yeah, it's not a next-gen.
But I do think that there should be more support towards previous ports of games, and if that involves getting the fans involved,
I can understand
then I'm all for it.
Remastered edition, but I don't understand making the same game and putting it on the next gen or the previous gen. That doesn't make any sense. I understand for more profit and for people that haven't bought new consoles that want a new game, but it just doesn't make much sense to me. Same with Grand Theft Auto. I don't think Grand Theft Auto needed a PS4 edition, honestly.
I respect your decision, and I can see where you're coming from, but I have to disagree. Like if you're having one of those older consoles or a newer console, and I think that ports can be important. They can help sales. They can help for the game. I just think that there should be more support of it, and if we're going to start seeing this more in the future, which I'm sure we will, but in a couple years this will go away, and then in like another decade, then this problem will come up again. But we need more support for ports, or just don't do it,
I understand remastered.
Like
I completely understand. It's a good profit way. They don't even have to do much to the game. They just add some HD effect.
I don't think, but that's the same thing. That's exactly like a port.
No, a port is the exact same game though.
That is what a remastered is. If you look at The Last of Us, great game. They barely changed anything.
Well, yeah.
They just added very minor stuff and then ported it up to the PS4.
Yeah.
But I'm happy they did that because I don't own a PS3. So I wasn't able to play The Last of Us. But it's kind of the same thing as ports. I'd rather there be a port to the game than having to buy, like, for people, like, remastered and ports are kind of the same. If you look at it, like it was originally made for one console, but they're making it for the back console. But the only real difference is for remastered games that only goes forward, because I don't see a reason why you want to go backwards for a remastered game.
Yeah.
So, but I think they're. I guess what I'm trying to say is that we should start seeing more support for ports.
I disagree. But
of either one.
I disagree, but that is our time. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to this wonderful podcast. Thank you so much, Zeke from the Upperness of Donuts channel, for joining me.
We're putting it on both of our channels.
Well,
silly.
Still, whatever. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll have all a wonderful day. Do you want to say anything before we go?
I just want to say that this was our first podcast, and I want to, technically, kind of. But I wanted to know I want to know your guys' feedback on it. Do you like this? Would you like to see more of it? Because we had a lot of fun, and we would love to do it again. Anyway, I hope you had a wonderful day, like Donut 2000 said, and catch you guys later.
See you all later.